What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for all of your NBA talk. The Lakers are finally back at 500, 37-37, sitting at the 8th seed right now. They're only 2 games back of the 4 seed. And this Western Conference playoff picture, it's going to go down to the wire in terms of playoff positioning and seeding for most of the Western Conference teams here. So exciting times ahead. The Lakers haven't been at 500 or better since over a year, right? So some cause for celebration there, but who knows? Maybe in a couple of days they'll be back below 500 and out of the playoff picture. So let's savor this moment while we can. But I don't want to talk about the record in this video. I want to talk about Darvin Ham, the head coach, and what I feel like is a tactical change that he should make. Now, before I get to that, let's quickly just talk about Darvin Ham, right? He's somewhat of a sympathetic figure in my eyes, but at the same time, I think we can criticize some of the decisions that he's made this season, right? On the sympathetic side, rookie head coach, coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, so there are championship aspirations there. That is a lot to ask for a first-time head coach, right? You're being thrown into the deep end. To start the year, he got a roster that was pretty poorly constructed. Yes, they made up for it in February at the trade deadline. Rob Pelinka pulled something out of his ass and got a lot of reinforcements there, right? D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Mo Bamba. But throughout the season, I feel like this guy has shown that he's a rookie head coach. I feel like some of the tactical decisions that he's made has hurt the team. Some of the rotational decisions that he's made has been kind of questionable and eyebrow raising. I know I'm just a fan and I'm under no illusion that I know more than a head coach, but common sense is telling me that certain guys should be playing more minutes than others. And that's what I want to get to in this video. I think that Darvin Ham has a real opportunity to make this one change for the last 8 games for the Lakers that could make a huge difference. And it was on display in this game last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, this was a much needed victory for the Los Angeles Lakers, right? Because these two teams were at identical records at the time, right? 36-37. So it was a must-win for the Lakers. Probably was a must-win for the Thunder too, but the Lakers pulled it out. Led by Anthony Davis, 37 points, 15 rebounds. But he wasn't really the one that caught my attention in this game. It was none other than Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker chipped in with 20 points, 4 for 8 from 3. And this is a guy that has really struggled to find playing time under Darvin Ham as of late, especially after the trade deadline. If you look at his game logs this month of March, I mean, you have 5 DNPs. You have a game where he's played 1 minute, garbage time. So basically 6 DNPs in this month of March. So he has become the odd man out in this Lakers rotation. He's been the forgotten player with this new look Lakers team post trade deadline. But the tactical move I think Darvin Ham needs to make is to switch out or swap out Lonnie Walker's minutes with Malik Beasley. Now, Malik Beasley was traded at the trade deadline along with D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt. He's been known as, one of the best high volume shooters in the NBA in recent years. A career 37.8% three-point shooter, but there's no question he has struggled as a Laker. So far in 18 games wearing the purple and gold, Malik Beasley is shooting 34% from 3, which is his lowest rate of making threes since his second year in the league. So something is not right. I refuse to believe that Malik Beasley just has forgotten how to shoot effectively. It's got to be tactical. And yet again, Darvin Ham, I don't know what he's told him, but it seems as though he's given Malik Beasley the ultimate green light to shoot the 3 ball anytime he wants, whether it's wide open or whether it's contested. And as a result, Malik Beasley has been shooting a lot of poor 3-point attempts. Like, his shot selection looks awful as a Laker. I don't know. Maybe he's not getting open enough. Maybe he feels like he needs to, make his impact at the 3-point line. But I see a lot of contested jumpers, contested 3-pointers from Malik Beasley, and his game is suffering. it's pretty clear to me now that this guy is somewhat of a one-trick pony. He's a one-dimensional player. If his three-pointer's not going in, then he's hardly effective anywhere else, right? So that's Malik Beasley. Contrast that with Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker, in my eyes, is a much more versatile offensive player than Malik Beasley. And he can shoot as well. He's shooting like 36% from three this season, but he can put it on the deck. He's a much more superior athlete to Malik Beasley, so he can finish at the rim as well. And his abilities and talents were on full display in this OKC game, chipping in those 20 points, 4 3-pointers, finishes at the rim, layups, and just being active on the court. So I think if Darvin Ham swaps out the playing time between Lonnie Walker and Malik Beasley, that could be a huge boost to this team for these last 8 games, especially because we know the availability of a lot of these players is questionable. I mean, D'Angelo Russell missing that game against the Thunder last night, what was that all about? I just saw him the other day play like 30-something minutes against the Phoenix Suns and looked fine. And then all of a sudden, the day of the game, he's listed as questionable with right hip soreness, whatever that is. And then he was declared out an hour or two before tip-off. So there is a lot of reliability issues throughout this squad. I mean, I think a lot of Lakers fans are feeling PTSD with all of these injuries and guys being in and out of the roster. Lonnie Walker, yes, he had that spell throughout, in the middle of the season where he missed a few weeks. But other than that, he seems to be pretty reliable in terms of being ready off the bench. If Darvin Ham is going to keep Austin Reeves as a starter, having Lonnie Walker backing him up off the bench, I think, is the solution over Malik Beasley because of the versatility in his offensive game. Neither of these two guys are world beaters on the defensive end. That's probably why Darvin Ham has left Lonnie Walker out of the rotation and favored guys like Austin Reeves and Troy Brown Jr. because, he's not the best defensively. But like I said, on the offensive end, I think he does a little bit more than Malik Beasley. And you can look at his production in the month of March, right? I pulled up here his per 36 minutes this month. Compare that with what Malik Beasley has done per 36 minutes in the month of March. You see Lonnie Walker averaging 19 a game per 36 minutes. And I do the per 36 because, his minutes have been so sporadic. He's shooting only 39% from the field this month. And I think a lot of that can be attributed to not knowing how many minutes he's going to play any given night, right? His situation, it's been a little bit unfair and unfortunate for Lonnie Walker in that regard. So I could understand why his percentages are down, but he's still 19 points per 36 minutes in the month of March. Compare that to Malik Beasley, who's, 14.7 points per 36 minutes this month. And his shooting percentages aren't great either. So I think if Darvin Ham makes this decision to, put Lonnie Walker in the rotational spot that Malik Beasley is currently in, I think that can do wonders for this team. LeBron James is out, so there's another playmaker, ball handler, shot creator that's missing from this roster. I think Lonnie Walker can get his own shot, right? He can spot up, he can drive, he can hit the mid-range as well every once in a while. He's a much better athlete than Malik Beasley. So if Darvin Ham does this, I think it's going to be a positive thing for the Lakers because they need every single win that they can get, especially, in this home stretch here. If you look at their schedule, they have the home and away against the Chicago Bulls coming up. Then you have away at Minnesota, another away game at Houston. They lost that last time they were in Houston. Away at Utah, which is going to be a huge game. You have the Clippers, you have the Suns, you have the Jazz. I mean, it's a brutal last 8 games, and it's all in the team's hands whether or not they can make the playoffs or not because they're facing teams around them in the standings. So I'm looking for Darvin Ham to make this tactical decision. I hope he does so. Again, he has certain favorites, right? Troy Brown Jr. is like one of his favorite players. He's definitely not going to replace Troy Brown Jr.'s minutes with Lonnie Walker, right? But if he can take Malik Beasley's minutes and give them to Lonnie, I think that can go a long way to making sure that the Lakers make the playoffs. So let me know what you think. I think Lonnie should play a lot more than Malik Beasley, only averaging 16 minutes a game this month. So I think we need to see a dramatic uptick for Lonnie Walker in that one. So let me know what you think. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel for all your NBA talk. Take care, and I will see you soon.